Hello and welcome to another World of Warplanes video with me, Sir 10 Death. Today's a bit of a special one, a plane I've been looking forward to getting my hands on for quite some time. It's the P80-A Shooting Star, which has appeared for the first time I believe in the European premium shop a couple of days ago and is available for about 3 more days. So you might be wondering, is it worth me getting this? Should I get it while I can? I've got mine. I've just spent a little bit of gold on getting some nice paint jobs on it and putting a few bits and pieces on it, the fire extinguisher, the first aid kit and so on. I actually haven't put any mods on yet because I'm a little bit short of cash and I'm jumping into a game, and let's have a look. It's a tier 8 game. That looks quite nice. Quite a few bots involved, not many people playing when I'm recording this. Let's have a look and see how this does. I have been looking forward to this because, as you probably know from my previous videos, what I really like is I really quite like highly manoeuvrable fighters. I like ones that can nip in and out of a dogfight, that can get on the tail of somebody, do a bit of damage, and then get out of there. That plane does look nice. This is the desert paint job, and it looks good. I'm liking how it looks, and I'm going to give it a try out and see how it goes. And as ever, I'll be having a chat about what the plane can and can't do as the video plays, and then ultimately at the end of it, give my personal opinion as to whether I think it's actually worth the gold or not. It is considered by many to be quite a rare plane. It was available as a part of a special mission about a year ago, last Christmas, but many people weren't playing then in the older versions of World of Warplanes, myself included, and missed out that opportunity. So it has a expected, or sorry, should I say, a sort of recommended altitude fighting height of over 2,000. So I'm actually fighting a little bit lower than normal, but I'm just going to go to work here and see how it feels. Another minute yet. Okay, that seemed to do a bit of damage. That was quite nice. A little bit of damage there. Just turning around effectively enough. Yeah, seems quite good. Quite enjoying this. Get this guy in my sight. Yeah, the one problem is it's pretty fast, a bit too fast. It seems to be gaining on people a little bit too quickly. I might have to adapt my style of play to this and see if I can get a bit better at this, because I am learning. I've always said that I'm not a great player, and it takes me a little bit of time to get used to an aircraft, I suppose. So let's have a chat about the plane then, as the gameplay is going on. It's, as I said earlier, it's an American premium tier 8 fighter plane. It's got 360 hit points, which is a little bit on the low side of anything, but that's probably because it is lightly armoured and designed for nipping around fast and getting in and out of dogfights pretty quick. So it's not going to have a huge hit point pool. Now, the manoeuvrability rating. Now, I was, as you know in my previous videos, I used to always quote them as taken from the official stats, and this week Wargaming have changed the way they've done that. You used to get manoeuvrability ratings for a highly manoeuvrable plane, used to be around 1,000-ish, and now they seem to be a number out of 100. So now the official manoeuvrability of this is 63. So whether that means what used to be 630, I'm not entirely sure. It feels like higher than that. It feels like maybe not quite up as manoeuvrable as some other aircraft that I can think of, like the recently reviewed Arsenal Delane 10C2, which is very manoeuvrable, but it does feel pretty nippy. I think in the old ratings it might have been about an 800 or so, but the official new rating, it's a 63. It also doesn't have an official controllability rating anymore now, but it feels very responsive. It feels like it turns pretty quick, getting into the turns, having no problems getting into the turns here and getting on the tail of people and just doing bits of damage there. So I'm just chipping away. I'm not doing spectacularly well, but I've done 1,300 combat points so far, and I'm just getting a feel for the plane. And as I said, the one problem with it is, if you want to call it a problem, it's a little bit almost too fast at times. You can find yourself approaching somebody, and by the time you've got the guns on them, you're almost going to run into them if you didn't change direction pretty quick. So that's something you've got to maybe adapt to. I mentioned earlier it's recommended altitude for fighting is higher up, about 2,000, which means it's really designed more for chasing down heavy fighters and bombers. But having said that, that's not my style of play. I'm much more of a dogfighter. That's why I'm getting down here low to the ground and getting on the tail of people and harassing this guy who's chasing one of ours down. So I've got myself a grade 5 fighter there, almost 2,000 damage. It is a quick plane. You can see here as I'm boosting, it's going up to around 700, over 700. It's just peaked at 750-ish there, and that's climbing all the way. I want to get rid of this guy because these pancake things are the bane of my life. I have to say, I can't wait until I can finally have one for myself, because I seem to run into them regularly and they often do a world of pain to me. So yeah, I'm having no problem turning. It's a little bit, I wouldn't use the word sluggish in the turn, but not as nippy as some others I've played, but it turns okay. It's a very nippy at getting around those rocks and things, so I'm liking the feel for this. I'm getting a feel for it now. Let's have a chat about the guns. It's a bit of a strange and rather unique one, this, but it does suit my style of play. I don't do too well with fighters that have great big boomstick guns that actually overheat very fast and can inflict massive damage when you get them on target, but they shoot very slowly. I do a lot better with ones like this, which have very rapid firing guns that just chip away with small amounts of damage almost continually. This has got 6 12.7mm guns. They're mounted on the cowling, which is better for accuracy. And basically, so far, I've found that they don't overheat. They are firing very quickly. Now I've got an enemy on my tail here. I'm trying to shrug him off and seeing whether the manoeuvrability can do just that. And it feels like I might have managed to just get away from this guy. Maybe, I don't know. Yeah, looks like I've lost him. Yeah, it looks like I managed to dodge out of the way there. So yeah, the guns on this, they don't inflict huge damage, but they do just chip away nicely, as you can see here. Just now, I'm not going to rip him down from full hit points to empty in one pass, but I can. It's a attack plane. I can just circle around again and just do a bit more chipping away. Now I've got maybe take him down to about half his hit points. Come round again, just go around and past him again, and then drop him behind him again. And hopefully, actually somebody else has finished him off. But yeah, it's got the speed to get into a dogfight, do some damage and get out again. And I do quite like this. I'm getting quite a nice feel for it. It's fun. I have to say I'm enjoying what I'm doing here. It's a fun plane to play. I don't normally do very well at tier 8. That's because I'm still learning the game. I tend to play much more around the tier 4 and 5 area because that's where I'm at with the tech trees. And that's what I'm more used to. The only other tier 8 that I have played is the Seafang, and I haven't actually done a video review of that yet. I've had a few decent games, but not stunningly well. I bought that because everyone said it was the most forgiving tier 8 by miles, but I'm more of a fighter player than a multi-role player, so I wanted to get one of these, and I have to say I'm liking this. It does feel nice, it plays nice, and I'm doing my share of the damage here without doing phenomenally well. I'm doing okay. I'm managing to shoot somebody, turn around, get on the tail of them again, and just do little bits of damage. I think it's, yeah, I'm enjoying it. It's quite a nice plane to play. It's doing bits of damage. I suppose, though, the big question would be, you know, what the video is all about. Is it really worth the gold? Well, that's a bit of a tough one to answer. I mean, if you have an overwhelming desire to play at higher tiers, well, it's an option for that. If you want planes that are considered a little bit rare because they haven't been in the premium shop before, that would be maybe a reason to buy it. If you are obviously training an American pilot, then it might be an option for that, but naturally there are much cheaper options for training pilots. And that's me just being killed off there for the first time. Yeah, unsurprisingly it was that pancake that did me in there. Yeah, as I said earlier, those things are an absolute pain. I'm doing alright though, I'm doing, you know, not phenomenally well, but reasonably. Just going to respawn here and come back into the game. The game's nearly won anyway now, so it should be playing it out now in the future. Here we go again, as we set off. So yeah, is it actually worth it though? I don't know. I do like it, I like it a lot, but these tier 8 premiums cost about €50, £40 thereabouts, and I have to say that if you were only wanting it to train an American pilot, you're probably better off buying something like the Bell XFL-1 Erebonita at tier 5, which would cost you about £6. Much cheaper, and probably you'd have just as much fun in it. If you really want to play at tier 8, there are probably other options. There's the game over there. I've done a little under 5,000 damage, which is meh, it's okay, it's not great. A few bits and pieces supporting fire, yeah, subjugator. Only the grade 5 award. Finished third in the team overall, which I can't really complain at when it's my first run out in this. I have enjoyed it, I do like it. Would I recommend it? I'm going to actually probably say no, unless you're desperate to have a rare plane or you are desperate to play at tier 8. If you want something that actually trains American pilots, you can do the same thing for a lot cheaper and keep more cash in your wallet. I just want to see how much credits is actually made, because this might be the deciding factor, because I have pulled in about 150,000 with tier 5 planes before, like that Arsenal Delane and that XFL-1. I've done that before, and there you are. It's 141,000. So this, okay, this is only an okay game. If I'd played better, I would have pulled in more. Had it pulled in 300,000 credits, I'd probably be saying yes, it's worth getting. But I'm going to say, unless you want a rare plane, probably not worth £40, but it is good fun. If you want something that's a bit of fun and you're desperate to play at tier 8, it could be a punt for you. As ever, I hope you've enjoyed the video. and make the decision for yourself whether you're going to get one of these while you can. I'm Sir 10 Death, and do keep subscribing and keep sharing my videos. My subscriber base is growing all the time, and I do very much appreciate the support of the people out there. And thank you very much, and do have a good Christmas. Goodbye.